Guys, when I say Central Park Rangers are Division 1 champions, how does it make you feel?
Tony first?
You know, I'm still coming to terms with it, to be honest. We didn't really expect it. You know, halfway through the season, if you told me we'd be champions, you know, no, I wouldn't believe you. So still kind of in awe, shock and awe, I'd say.
Fair enough. Honestly, prior to the season kicking off, I think I gave us a top 5 chance, and that was actually the goal. The goal was to just be in the top 5, and then the beginning of the season was obviously a little rough, and that's kind of what we were aiming for. And then once the spring hit, we were kind of like, you know, all gears were aligning and stuff like that. So as things went on, it was really became more of a reality. And then here we are.
Tony, what was the moment where it first dawned on you that you might have a good chance to win the league?
Well, I can tell you we certainly did not think we had that chance for 2/3 of the season, I'd say. Halfway point, you know, we all get the word from Mike. It's like you misbehaved in school, you know, your teacher telling you off. And Mike's telling us all, you know, you guys need to put more effort in and come to practice, yada, yada, yada.
The Mike Carducci hair drying treatment.
Yeah, and it got to us. It really got to us. And I'd say maybe, it may have been the Richmond game, because we started the first few games in the spring really well. We grinded out a win against Zoom. Yeah, against Zoom, and then Missile came from behind. And then the Richmond game, we all know the reverse fixture was, you know, heartbreaking. And they're one of the tougher teams. They're a really good team. But winning that game the way we did it, I think after that, we started to kind of get some hope. But no one wanted to say anything, too. No one wanted to jinx it. Even in the final second half against Shamrock, no one said anything. But yeah, I'd say after the Richmond game, we started to realize, you know, this is actually, we have a shot at this.
I remember that Richmond game well as well, and that certainly was the moment where I thought, wow, you look like a totally different team from even a few months ago. Mike, what do you think was different about the Central Park Rangers that night moving forwards compared to the Central Park Rangers in full season?
It's really simple, and that's going to be the consistency. It was the first time I think we actually had our whole lineup, our full starting lineup with the bench there, and the reserves cheering us on, supporting the guys. It was the first time I think all season that everybody was there. You know, it's really when Josh Gray came back and was starting to get a little healthy. He didn't play that much that game, but I think he did score. And it was a big lift that just, you know, to have that feeling like, okay, you know, like we have all the bullets in the gun, let's go get this.
So we go into May, the final month. You guys are 2 points behind Sanzak, but you have the title race in your hands with the game in hand. Every single game was just a nail biter. Tony, how did you guys kind of emotionally cope with it, knowing that a single slip up could drop you out of the race?
Yeah, we kind of just didn't really think about, you know, as long as you do what you can do, then you can't really fault yourself. You can't, you know, enough said there. You know, we were all texting in our group chat, you know, please put maximum effort in, yada, yada, yada. And even like against Kelamendi, that one of the hardest 1-0 wins, you know, we had all year. But I think all just keeping ourselves honest. You know, we all knew we all have decent soccer backgrounds, and we all knew at the end of the day that it's all possible. So I think just having that belief.
Mike, how difficult was some of those final stages of the games? Kickers, I remember that stoppage time that went on forever. The Kelamendi game as well. How difficult was it for you watching on the touchline? Sometimes it just felt like these games are never going to end, but it's almost like we were just waiting for that one like moment of magic that almost like was inevitable, so to speak, but was also unobtainable. It was like sometimes it happens, or maybe because I got used to it in the season before in Division 2, where it was just like bang, bang, bang. Like we were always getting something. Someone had like a great goal or a great, you know, save or something like that. And just this season was more of like a slog from start to finish. And that in the very end, it was just like, please, does somebody do something special? Like, you know, in the kickers match, we had that single effort by Henrik to score the winning goal. And there was just like that little moment of magic, like I said, we were just waiting for in every game, you know, like against Kelamendi, which I can't believe they were such a tough team to play against. And Colin Marmot came through with that, you know, header goal just to kind of put us over the top there. That was great. It was just, we're always waiting for that one moment to happen. And it's sometimes waiting for that is, you know, is a little much, but, you know, it's also why we love the game too.